We're here and we're hoping many others will join us in absolute condemnation of what happened in international waters with a terrorist attack by state, a perfect example of state terrorism with the attack by the Israeli army. This morning I contacted Francis Boyle, who is a well-known professor in the U.S., who has for years tried to set up an international tribunal to try the actions of Israel. And I'd just like to read his message. And good idea. This is under Article 22 of the UN General Assembly. We know we're not going to get anything out of the Security Council because of the veto, but there is a provision under the General Assembly, under Article 22, to set up an international tribunal. And I'd just like to read this. An Israeli War Crimes Tribunal. The United Nations General Assembly must immediately establish an International Criminal Tribunal for Israel, ICTI, as a subsidiary organ under UN Charter Article 22. The purpose of the ICTI would be to investigate and prosecute Israeli war crimes, crimes against humanity, genocide against the peoples of Lebanon, Palestine, Gaza, and for humanitarian or violation of humanitarian law against the flotilla. The establishment of the ICTI would provide some small degree of justice to the victims of Israeli war crimes, crimes against humanity, violation of international humanitarian law in attacking the flotilla. Furthermore, the establishment of the ICTI by the UN General Assembly would serve as a deterrent effect upon Israeli leaders such as Prime Minister Netanyahu, the Foreign Minister, the Defense Minister, Chief of Staff, and Israeli other top generals, that they will be prosecuted for their further infliction of international crimes upon the Lebanese and the Palestinians. Without such a deterrent, Israel has been emboldened. For the UN General Assembly to establish the ICTI could stop the further development of this momentum towards a regional, if not a global catastrophe. So this will be put up as a petition eventually. Hopefully people will sign this to encourage states, member states of the UN General Assembly to act, especially Canada. Although, as we know, Canada will probably say that it was a measured response, because after the discussion in Ottawa with the Prime Minister of Israel claiming that the flotilla was engaged in provocation and that their action was right under international law. They're following the pattern of preemptive strike that was initiated by Bush years ago. So there must be action, and there are protests right across the world and right across Canada.